Yo guys, I'm HP, this is Dr. Pink. Today's topic is something for the classic rock fans among you, for the real nerdy ones. Psychedelic David Gilmour rock riffs. It's gonna be awesome. Gonna go very much into detail, because before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, and also join the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. So what are we talking about today? I'll show you the track which we are working on. I created something really cool. And so on. So we're going to talk about specifically the sound settings, and also a little bit, not a little bit, we check out the riff which works with this sound setting. It's oriented on the phase of Dark Side of the Moon, and specifically I paid close attention to the song Have a Cigar, but it could be any type of psychedelic rock, classic rock, and specific David Gilmour. So the first thing which we need to figure out is, of course, the sound settings for this. This is the wrong guitar for that, because I should have a Strat, Fender Strat, but Dr. Pink was too jealous. He didn't allow me to use to get a Fender here in the studio. So, but it's basically, if you want to have really original, have a Fender Strat. Then the amp setting, the amp will be Hiwatt E. Let me quickly see. I'm so bad with names. Hiwatt DR103, or I use a high power amp in my Fractal audio settings. I'm using a 4x12 70s cabinet with a Shure SM 57 microphone setting. Not worry about what we want to have, and specifically on the reverb, of course, we use a spring reverb, which is classic rock, and on the delay, as you can hear, a tape delay or any type of analog delay to get this really classic rock sound. If you want to go deeper into the whole thing, now to have this typical psychedelic rock sound, you need to have your phaser. If you have, take a Script 90 phaser to get the original one, which he used. Gives you this really wobbling, psychedelic, classic rock sound. David Gilmour use also. You can also alternative use a Rotary. It's not such a harsh effect. And on lead guitar, back in that time, he used the Fuzz phase distortion. I'm going to quickly put that one on, that you can hear. That's basically the sound settings. Now let's dive into some riff ideas and some solo ideas which you can do over this really cool track, which I produced with original sound setting backs from the Abbey Studios, where this Dark Side of the Moon was recorded. Now let's check out the riff here. This one here. I put on the phaser now. Again, we have the analog delay, spring reverb, and the phaser. And we have this little figure here. So we have a rhythm figure here. We are in E. We're starting with a 60-note figure on beat 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a heartbeat on the 2. And to make it more hypnotic and more, groovy and psychedelic, then you just you need to keep this momentum going on. So you have something like this. So we have this figure here, and you can use the same rhythm figure and start improvising, you know. You can also go up here, and then probably go to D. D at 9 and C major 7 with a G in the bass. And I know on some recordings he also used this chord, pretty prominent. Then you start to figure again, and back in the 70s and specifically in psychedelic rock stuff, they use a lot of unisono parts, where the whole band is playing the same figure. And I created one year the backing drum started. A really simple one here, just down the E minor pentatonics. So da 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 da. And also, they use, and specifically Pink Floyd, like to use other timing signatures than 4/4. They, as you probably know, Money is in 7/4, or wait, 7/4. I think it's 7/4. And here I built in a 6/4 at the end. I'm going to show you. Let's play the whole thing now. Start with it. 4, 6, and there was a 6/4 beat. I miscounted. I just added 2 more beats, and that was quite common, to make something sound more special. Just put in 1 bar of another measure, and that's really cool. So that works pretty cool on that. What you also can add is that you probably know that from Shine on Your Crazy Diamond. You can also use this as a riff. What you're doing here is we take the E minor 7 and to E minor 6. You can do it here or here. And really sounds really nice with the phaser. Then probably you want to add, let me add now the distortion, the fuzz phase. And we're going to do the same thing now with the other figure. Here I made the unisono part 1 octave lower, but it's basically the same figure, and that's what is unisono, meaning that the instrument is playing the same thing. It could be not on the same octave, but you play the same melody line, and you're down here, and then you're pretty cool. So that will be some riffs here. And now, if you want to do some soloing, is also cool and stuff like that. You can do, typically, The typical classic rock riffs, licks here, which works really great here. And so on. You basically just play pentatonics, but really, you know, to get this psychedelic vibe, you just keep it short and interact with the other instrument. That's really cool. And get it really emotional, you know, build up emotions and get... Yo guys, that was this really cool psychedelic David Gilmour rock riffs tutorial, a little bit outside the box, but something new and more creative, you know, really diving into this area of classic rock and psychedelic rock back in the 70s. It was a very creative time and makes sense to really figure out what the guys done back there. And yeah, it's cool. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you want to download this great track I produced, took me quite a while to figure out all the sound settings which were needed to get the original sound. It's available in the HPCrazy guitar kit. You can have the backing track plus a track where the full track is finished, also with some nice melody lines, and it's probably enjoyable for fans of Pink Floyd, kind of a Pink Floydish track. Yeah, and of course also the tabs for this of the riffs which I showed. That's all me and Dr. Pink have to say. If you love my channel, please join the HPCrazy guitar community. Please support the work which we are doing by sharing the word that we exist, also becoming a premium member, and also subscribe to my channel. See you guys.